Hi everybody, we are back about 150 miles or so from touchdown in American Samoa. I'm flying the Flight Factor 767-300 Hawaiian Airlines, and we are making a trip from Tahiti to Pago Pago. We started in Honolulu a few days ago and had a layover. We're flying one of the oldest birds in the Hawaiian Airlines fleet, set to retire here in a few months. This bird is about almost 30 years old. So, as I mentioned, we're about 140 miles from touchdown. We got to start our approach procedures. So, we're gonna eventually end up down around 3,000. That will put us at a good altitude for approach. So we'll set that to 3,000. We're also gonna slow ourselves down a little bit. Eventually, we want to end up at about 180 or so. We'll bring that down, and we can go ahead. We're about 130 miles. We'll start the descent. In a little bit, give ourselves a little wiggle room here. You know what? We could probably bring this back. Something like that. Let's just keep that right there. Okay. So, we're going to be landing in Pago Pago, American Samoa. We'll be taking basically a break there. We'll stop for a day or two, and then we'll press on to Fiji, where we'll spend a day or two, and then from there we're kind of undecided. So we're taking this aircraft on a round the world, well, round the Pacific, if you will, final farewell flight. Or series of flights. All right. I'm going to increase the rate of descent slightly. I just don't want to lose too much speed here because we've got a big headwind. We're good on fuel. We've got another hour of fuel, so we're good with the reserves. So I've been streaming X-Plane now for... This is my third day doing it. With that said, I've been streaming, or sorry, not streaming, flying X-Plane for about oh man, since 2003. It's a long time. Since X-Plane, I don't know, was it 7? Probably 7 going into 8. I just want to keep us going. There's no need to just hang out here. We got to get this plane on the ground. I want to get out in the water, in the waves. In Samoa, it's supposed to be beautiful. So the scenery in Pago Pago that where we'll be landing is a combination of payware that I purchased and converted from Orbix, and some X-plane, Ortho for X-plane conversion, which I'm not very happy with at all, to be honest. Needs a lot of work. And then I added a few trees here and there. I kind of screwed it up. I need to do some work on the airport, but I put it together enough for this flight. There's a lot of scenery now for X-plane. When I first started out with X-plane, there wasn't a lot of scenery. It was oh man, how do I put it? It was kind of like stick people, but for scenery. It was so basic. You had to use your imagination, and today it's amazing. And with some of these tools for conversion from FSX, it's just been game changing. And now more and more of the developers are starting to develop for both P3D, X-plane, and FSX, which is amazing. But I've never used P3D. That hasn't it's piqued my interest. I've kind of been diehard X-plane, mainly because it worked on Macs, and I'm really all about Macs. But I said this in one of the earlier streams that oops, what was that? What just happened there? Looks like we got a wind change, probably. That's one thing funky with X-plane. You get the wind change. But I've always been comfortable with Macs, and so X-plane is something that's works. Okay, now we're over speed. Let's slow this down. I'm not paying attention here. That's one of the things I need to get used to with streaming, is like paying attention to what I'm doing, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing and half the time getting in trouble like that. I think we're gonna need to like really slow this thing down. Okay, we're 87 miles. I think we're fine. We're fine. We're just under 20,000 feet coming in. We're right over the Pacific, so it looks like we've got some storm activity behind the airport. So let's adjust this. See what's going on. We are arriving ILS 5, runway 5, 05. And I don't know, I just like twisting this thing. So if you didn't see the takeoff from this flight, go check it out. It's in my channel here. I'm trying not to drag these longer flights. I don't want to drag them on for hours. I'd rather just do the flight and then show you guys the takeoff and the departure and the climb and everything. And we'll talk, and then I'll pause, cut the stream, and then we can do the other parts of the flight. I just think it's better to do it in clips. Some people like the whole thing. If I'm hanging around for the whole stream, then I'll do it. A lot of times I'll set the flight and step away so I can do other things. Leave it on autopilot, then come back like I did here. Can do a lot. I walked my dog. We went out. I had dinner. I did some work. There's a lot of stuff happened during this flight so far. So I've been doing this for now 3 days, streaming live on YouTube. I haven't been able to get a ton of people to watch, so it's usually after the video is published that I'm getting a lot of views. So I'd love to know the secret. Maybe I got to tie this into my Instagram and my social. Maybe that helps. Maybe go live on Twitch too. I need to figure that out. So we're descending into Pago Pago, and that's in American Samoa. Let's see if we got that on the map here. Bring that in so you can take a look. There's the runway. And again, we're at runway 5, 05. So we're going to come up here, and this is like a reef runway. So we'll slide up here along the side and make a turn and come in for a landing.
Traffic.
Traffic. I'm going to descend a little more. I'm going to bring us down here. Yeah, let's bring those engines down. Let's get us down to... I want to go down to 3,000. So let's go down to 3,000. I want to get below the cloud line. We got a lot of weather activity in the area. All right, I'm going to put out the spoilers. Right, got our ILS for runway 5 set up there. All right, I'm gonna bring in the speed brake. Ah, the shades. The shades are up again. Yeah, this weather. No weather. Not good. I think it was thunderstorms. By the way, I'm drinking a nice IPA beer. It's fantastic. All right, we're below 10,000. Let's go ahead and get our landing. Let's get configured here. So we're anticipating a wet runway. So we're gonna go. I'm not gonna go max on the auto brakes. I don't want to blow a tire, but do that. Let's set the speed brakes to arm. Which I think we just did. Oops. Yep, there we go. We want to go to Grubby. Tut. that weather right over the airport? Fantastic. Let's prepare for that. Okay, we're set. Auto brakes, check. Speed brakes, check. ILS, checked. We'll see how that works. Of course. Yeah. All right. It doesn't do it on this one. On the 757, that button explodes if you hit it too much. All right. Yes. We're at altitude. All right, we got weather right here. We gotta be careful of that. We're at 3,000 feet. These clouds, the clouds here are just covering. We got low clouds. Okay. I'm going to turn down wind slightly and get us lined up for the approach. We'll start the downwind now. Gruppy. Here we come, Gruppy. Okay, lights, everything set. Cabin. Notified. Don't see land. I know it's there. I'm gonna put down the flaps. We'll go flaps 1. I'm gonna go flaps 2. Okay, we're flaps 5. One other level. We'll go flaps 10. Just want to slow the aircraft down. We don't have a ton of fuel left on board, but so we're not super heavy right now. We can actually take a look. About halfway full. We got a lot of cargo on board. Bunch of pallets below. So we're over speed. Let's bring this down to 200. That weather is right there. So I think the island's, it's kind of hard to see, but I think it's right out here. Yeah, I like having all the other elements of realism, like the having like the sounds, the other sounds and stuff. I think this plugin crashed. It's not working. I'm not getting any sound saying out of range. I mean, I guess I could try. Oh, we could try one thing here. Approach, maybe? I think it's... Something happened here. Ah. Yeah, something happened. Anyway. Alright, let's just focus on landing here. An approach, we're entering our final downwind. Let's take a look outside here. Just water on this side. That looks like, there we go. There we got some land. There's the island over there. Okay. Start to slow us down. Give it another notch of flaps. Okay. I'm going to set this to 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and start our turn. This weather is just really bad. It's going to spin an alarm at us. We're going to go ahead and put our gear down. All right. How are our winds? somewhere there is an island out there. Flaps full. All right. Okay, we are flaps full. The weather is right on the other side of the field, and we've got the ILS. I don't know. Look, approach. Can we do that? Does that do anything? What did that do? That did anything? Nope. There's the runway. Okay. We're going to disconnect this anyway, because we're going to hand fly this puppy in. Let's do that. We need more altitude. Looking good.
Flight slow.
Ooh, we got a strong crosswind here. We're almost 16 knot crosswind.
Terrain,
Okay,
terrain,
okay.
terrain, terrain,
Yeah, we got a strong crosswind of 16
terrain,
knots.
terrain,
Direct crosswind.
terrain, 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 terrain.
Approaching 05.
There we go. There's the airport. Yeah, the scenery needs a lot of work. Ooh, we are high. Can we recover?
Sink rate.
Oh, we can recover.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Yes.
Sink rate.
Runway is sloped too, you can tell.
Pull up.
50,
Glide slow.
40,
Glide slow.
30,
Oof.
Glide slow.
20,
Long landing, 6,000 feet remaining, 5,000.
We're gonna have to go around.
4,000 remaining, 3,000 remaining.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
We're going around.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow.
Oh boy. Messed that one up. Alright, I don't want to go too high. I'm gonna hand fly it. That's exciting. It's better to be safe than sorry. We need to reset everything. This aircraft is so amazing at set. And hand flying. I just love it. We're a lot lighter than I thought we would be. Well, this makes for an exciting approach and landing in Pago Pago. There's a couple of alternate options, but this was just pilot error on that one. I was just a little too high, too fast. I got excited. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. I'm going to slow us down and introduce some flaps. All right. Start to turn. A little low here. That's me with the throttle there. I want to keep this under control. Ease back a little bit. I want to make this turn. Oops.
Bank angle.
I just love to max out the, I'm going to bring the gear down. There it is. Ooh. Alright, we gotta watch the speed this time. Gotta watch the trees though. Alright, here we go.
Terrain, 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 terrain. Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain, terrain.
We got a
terrain,
60 knot crosswind right
terrain.
now. This is nutso.
Approaching 05.
Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Sink rate.
100,
Pull up. Slope. Pull up.
40,
Pull up. Glide
30.
slope. Up. Glide slope. Glide slope.
20,
bumpy, but not bad. All right. Reversers are in high. Woohoo!
3,000 feet.
Oh, this
remaining.
runway. This runway. Well, we made it. We made it. Let's go ahead and taxi. This is a turnaround point up here. Oh, it's sloped. This whole thing. Jeez Louise. Okay. You gotta turn the slopes off.
Approaching 26. Approaching runways.
Alright, so let's taxi over to the gate. So I
On
converted
runway
the scenery and I'm
2,
trying to put it
3.
together. It's my first time flying here into this airport. So again, we've been flying here. This is I guess the second leg of the journey. We flew from Honolulu to Tahiti, and we just flew from Tahiti to American Samoa. And we are taxiing to the gate. I'm going to go ahead and get the APU fired up. And from here, we're going to go to Fiji. I'm not sure. I think in a day or two. I haven't figured that out yet. Depends on my schedule. So you can see the weather in the area here. We had a strong crosswind. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a funky taxiway. I know it right now. Okay. Whoa, it's on an angle. There's the United Mail, or whatever, the milk service plane that flies throughout these islands. I guess it's here today, or for this hour at least. I'm going to go ahead and turn off our strobes, wings, landing lights, and so APU is on. Let's get the on. We want to get the air conditioning running. I'm gonna taxi to the far stall over here. Again, this is a scenery that it's multiple sceneries that I converted and meshed together. Orbix is one of them. What's going on here? Whoa! I don't know what that was, but all right, whatever. That's weird. Okay, so that's one of the gates. Hawaiian Airlines flies in and out of this airport quite a lot. Yeah, this airport needs a ton of work. It just needs vegetation across the board. It's like hours of work. It just needs lots and lots of vegetation. Alright, let's see if I can maneuver this. Swing the nose around. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Nice. All right, we are at the gate. Seems to be a nice day here. Let's go ahead and shut down the engines. We'll take a look at the airport. So I'm gonna turn off the, here I'm gonna turn the seatbelts off. I'm gonna turn our lights off. I'm gonna cut the fuel, let the fuel, and we'll see these spool down. There we are. All right, and now I'm gonna set ours on the chocks, and we'll call up the ground handling folks. So we'll bring out a stairs. We will bring out the loaders in this case. And we will use the livery ISG. So we'll see what that, here they come. So we have arrived. We are in American Samoa here. They're opening up the door here. We're going to start unloading passengers. And thanks for joining us. Unloading cargo. Just take a look around the airport here just so you can kind of see. This is where we're at. So we're at 8A, but passengers walk through here. We've got a setup here for Hawaiian has 2 gates. We push a lot of cargo through. And then United also runs their milk service, as you can see here. So that's kind of the scene here. Nice little like small airport. And then you got the reef runway out here. Let's kind of see. I've been trying to convert this. Didn't really convert the way I wanted to. Oops. But anyway, this is Pago Pago. And we made it. So thanks a lot for joining us. And we're going to refuel here, rest for a few days. And we will see you for departure to Fiji. Thanks so much for joining us.